Have you ever sat down to enjoy a piece of fish, feeling confident you are making one of the healthiest choices possible, only to discover later that what's on your plate might be quietly damaging your brain, your heart, or even accelerating the aging process? For those over 60, this isn't just speculation. Research has revealed that eating the wrong kind of fish just twice a week can raise the risk of stroke, memory decline, and chronic disease by as much as 70%. And here's the shocking truth. Millions of seniors are eating these very fish every single week, believing they're doing something good for their health. But here's where things get fascinating. While some fish can silently fuel inflammation, clog your arteries, and weaken your memory, others can do the opposite. The right choices can lower your risk of Alzheimer's by nearly half, protect your arteries, strengthen your bones, and even slow aging from the inside out. Imagine maintaining a sharper mind, more energy, and better mobility, simply by swapping the wrong fish for the right ones. In this video, we're going to uncover the truth. 4 fishes you should never touch after 60, and 4 that you should be eating regularly if you want to stay sharp, strong, and independent. And here's something you can't miss. The fish at number 2 on the avoid list is the most dangerous of all, and there's a high chance it has already found its way to your dinner plate. Stay with me to discover which one it is. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know, how old are you and where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I'll take the time to read every single one. All right, let's get started. The 4 best fish for seniors. 4. Wild-caught Pacific cod. When it comes to choosing a fish that supports the health of seniors in nearly every way, wild-caught Pacific cod is an unsung hero. While it doesn't enjoy the same fame as salmon or tuna, cod quietly delivers one of the most well-rounded nutrient profiles you can put on your plate after 60. A single serving of Pacific cod provides about 40 grams of high-quality, bioavailable protein. Exactly the type of lean fuel the body needs to fight off sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that weakens balance, mobility, and independence. And unlike fattier fish that can sometimes upset digestion, cod is remarkably light, easy to prepare, and well tolerated by most seniors. Beyond protein, cod is an exceptional source of selenium, a trace mineral that acts like a microscopic shield for your cells. Selenium not only strengthens the immune system, but also protects the brain from oxidative stress, the invisible rust that accelerates aging and cognitive decline. In fact, a 2012 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that seniors with higher blood selenium levels showed significantly better cognitive performance and slower memory loss compared to those with deficiencies. With just 1 portion of Pacific cod, you can meet or even exceed 100% of your daily selenium needs. But selenium isn't the only benefit cod brings to the table. This fish is also rich in phosphorus, which partners with calcium to preserve bone density and reduce fracture risk, a vital concern for seniors. And then there's vitamin B12, a nutrient that becomes increasingly difficult to absorb with age. Without enough B12, fatigue, nerve problems, and even memory lapses can creep in. Pacific cod naturally delivers B12 in a highly absorbable form, giving your nervous system the support it needs to keep your energy levels steady and your mind sharp. Equally important is cod's purity. Many fish at the top of the food chain accumulate mercury and toxins over long lifespans, but cod lives shorter lives in the cold, clean waters of Alaska. This means less time to absorb contaminants, making Pacific cod one of the safest and cleanest seafood choices available. In addition, Alaska's cod fishery is among the most sustainable in the world, so you can enjoy it without guilt about environmental impact. In short, wild-caught Pacific cod may not grab headlines, but its quiet strength lies in its balance. Lean protein for muscles, selenium and B12 for the brain and nerves, phosphorus for the bones, and a clean, low-toxin profile. For seniors who want to age with strength, clarity, and resilience, this is a fish worth adding to the weekly menu. 3. Sardines. At first glance, sardines may not look like much. They're small, inexpensive, and usually packed tightly in little cans. Yet behind this humble appearance lies one of the most powerful superfoods seniors can add to their diet. Sardines are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which are essential for protecting the heart, soothing inflammation, and keeping the brain sharp. For older adults, this is crucial, as chronic inflammation is the hidden driver behind many age-related issues: arthritis, stiff joints, clogged arteries, and even cognitive decline. Regularly eating sardines provides a steady supply of these omega-3s, acting like natural fire extinguishers inside your cells to cool down inflammation and keep your circulation strong. Sardines are also a rare natural source of vitamin D. After 60, the skin loses efficiency in converting sunlight into vitamin D, leaving many seniors deficient without realizing it. Just one can of sardines delivers about 40% of daily vitamin D needs, supporting bone strength, immunity, and even mood stability. Combined with the calcium and phosphorus in their soft, edible bones, sardines form a powerful trio for bone health. For seniors concerned about osteoporosis or fractures, this is a nutritional safety net you can't ignore. On top of that, sardines are rich in vitamin B12, a nutrient critical for nerve function, red blood cell production, and mental clarity. Low B12 levels are common with age and can lead to fatigue, memory lapses, and numbness. With sardines, you get an abundant, highly absorbable source that supports energy and brain health simultaneously. Equally important is what sardines don't contain, because they sit at the bottom of the food chain and feed on plankton rather than other fish. Sardines accumulate virtually no mercury or heavy metals. That makes them one of the cleanest and safest seafood choices available, something larger fish like tuna or mackerel can't claim. Science strongly backs these benefits. A 2013 study in nutrition, metabolism, and cardiovascular diseases found that older adults who ate sardines regularly had significantly improved lipid profiles, reduced triglycerides, and better cardiovascular protection compared to those who didn't. This shows that the health impact of sardines goes far beyond theory. It's proven in real people. Affordable, shelf-stable, and versatile, sardines can be eaten straight from the can, mashed on whole grain toast, added to salads, or blended into pasta with olive oil and herbs. For seniors aiming to protect their heart, strengthen their bones, and sharpen their memory, sardines are more than just a budget-friendly option. They're a true longevity food. 2. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon. When it comes to fish that truly deserve the label of superfood, wild-caught Alaskan salmon sits right at the top of the list. Its nutrient profile is so complete that it benefits nearly every system in the body, especially for seniors over 60. One of its most powerful advantages is its exceptional omega-3 content, specifically EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. These essential fatty acids are critical for maintaining brain function, reducing systemic inflammation, and protecting cardiovascular health. Seniors who consume salmon regularly often report sharper memory, steadier moods, and fewer aches in their joints. Research strongly supports these observations. A 2014 study published in Neurology followed older adults with higher blood levels of DHA and found they had larger brain volumes and slower rates of cognitive decline compared to those with low levels. This suggests that the omega-3s in salmon don't just slow down brain aging, they actively preserve brain tissue and function. That means every serving of salmon is like an investment in keeping your memory sharp well into your later years. Salmon also delivers some of the best quality protein available in nature. With around 40 grams per serving, it provides the building blocks necessary to preserve muscle mass, prevent frailty, and support balance and independence, issues that become critical as we age. Unlike processed meats or fattier proteins, salmon offers this muscle support without burdening the body with excess unhealthy fats. Another standout feature of wild Alaskan salmon is its antioxidant content, particularly astaxanthin, the pigment responsible for salmon's pink-orange flesh. Astaxanthin is one of the most potent antioxidants studied, shown to protect cells against oxidative stress, support skin elasticity, and improve eye health. Seniors often notice tangible benefits, such as better energy and more resilient skin, when astaxanthin-rich foods become a regular part of their diet. Beyond omega-3s and antioxidants, salmon is also packed with selenium, vitamin B12, vitamin B6, and vitamin D. Selenium acts as a shield against oxidative damage and supports thyroid function. B vitamins maintain nerve health and energy production, while vitamin D, often lacking in seniors, protects bones and boosts immunity. Equally important is salmon's safety. Unlike farm salmon, wild Alaskan salmon live in pristine, cold waters and eat a natural diet, meaning they are naturally low in contaminants like mercury and PCBs. This makes them one of the cleanest seafood choices available. In short, wild-caught Alaskan salmon is more than just a meal. It's a powerhouse of protective nutrients. For seniors looking to preserve memory, reduce inflammation, strengthen muscles, and support heart and bone health, this fish is truly one of nature's best medicines. 1. Rainbow trout. Rainbow trout may not receive as much attention as salmon or tuna, but for seniors, it is one of the smartest and safest choices you can put on your plate. This freshwater fish is a true nutrient powerhouse, combining the benefits of several other species into one accessible option. A single serving of rainbow trout delivers an excellent dose of omega-3 fatty acids, the same heart and brain protective compounds found in salmon. These omega-3s help reduce inflammation, lower the risk of clogged arteries, and support cognitive function, critical areas of concern for anyone over 60. But omega-3s are just the beginning. Rainbow trout is unusually rich in potassium, a mineral that becomes increasingly important with age. Nearly 70% of adults over 60 struggle with high blood pressure, and potassium directly helps by balancing excess sodium in the body. This natural regulation supports healthy blood pressure, reduces strain on the cardiovascular system, and lowers the risk of stroke. Alongside potassium, trout provides significant amounts of phosphorus, which partners with calcium to preserve bone density and reduce fracture risk, a top concern for seniors aiming to maintain independence. The benefits continue with iron and zinc. Iron helps the body maintain healthy red blood cell production, fighting off the fatigue and weakness that often come with anemia in older age. Zinc, meanwhile, strengthens immune function, accelerates wound healing, and helps preserve taste and smell, senses that commonly decline over time. Add in vitamin E, a potent antioxidant, and you have a nutritional shield that protects cell membranes from damage while reducing oxidative stress, the rusting process that drives aging from within. Rainbow trout is also a practical choice for safety. In the United States, farmed rainbow trout is raised under strict regulations that limit the use of antibiotics and ensure clean, controlled environments. This makes it one of the cleanest, lowest contaminant fish available, unlike some imported farm species that may carry higher risks of toxins or pollutants. For seniors concerned about mercury, rainbow trout is consistently low, making it safe to enjoy regularly. Science backs these benefits as well. A 2017 study in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that adults who consume trout as part of their diet experienced improved lipid profiles, reduced oxidative stress markers, and better cardiovascular health outcomes. This means the advantages of trout are not just theoretical, they're measurable. With its tender texture, mild flavor, and versatility in cooking, rainbow trout is easy to enjoy whether baked, grilled, or pan-seared. For seniors seeking a clean, nutrient-rich, and heart-friendly option, rainbow trout deserves its place at the very top of the list. The 4 worst fish for seniors. 4. Imported catfish. At first glance, catfish may look like a harmless, even practical choice. It's inexpensive, widely available, and its mild flavor makes it appealing to many seniors who prefer lighter-tasting fish. But when it comes to imported catfish, especially from certain farms in Asia, the reality is far from safe. These fish are among the most contaminated seafood options you could put on your plate. The problem begins with farming conditions. Imported catfish are often raised in extremely crowded ponds where disease spreads quickly. To keep the fish alive, farmers use large amounts of antibiotics and other chemicals. Unlike temporary treatments, many of these substances accumulate in the flesh of the fish and eventually end up inside your body. For seniors, this creates a serious problem. Antibiotic residues can reduce the effectiveness of real medications when you need them most, contributing to antibiotic resistance, a growing concern in healthcare worldwide. Even more concerning are the contaminants discovered in testing. Independent food safety reviews have repeatedly found residues of banned chemicals, pesticides, and even carcinogens in imported catfish. In 2016, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, reported that nearly 10% of imported catfish samples they tested contained banned substances, some linked to cancer risk. These fish are often raised in polluted waters where they absorb industrial runoff, heavy metals like lead and mercury. For seniors whose detoxification systems work less efficiently with age, these toxins build up faster, raising the risk of kidney damage, neurological problems, and even certain cancers. But the dangers don't stop with contaminants. Imported catfish are usually fed low-quality, unnatural diets rich in corn and soy. This results in a dangerously imbalanced ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. While your body needs some omega-6, too much can fuel inflammation. For seniors already struggling with arthritis, heart disease, or autoimmune conditions, eating imported catfish is like pouring fuel on the fire. A 2014 study in the Journal of Inflammation Research confirmed that diets high in omega-6 relative to omega-3 are strongly linked to increased inflammatory markers in patients, worsening chronic health problems. Nutritionally, imported catfish also fall short. Compared to cleaner fish like cod or trout, catfish provide lower quality protein and fewer protective nutrients. The result is a meal that offers empty calories alongside a host of hidden risks. If catfish is on your menu, the safest option is to choose only domestically farmed varieties. U.S. raised catfish are subject to far stricter regulations, cleaner waters, and tighter monitoring. For seniors seeking to protect their brain, heart, and immune system, steering clear of imported catfish may be one of the smartest choices you can make. 3. Tuna. For decades, tuna has been promoted as a lean, protein-rich option, an easy choice for sandwiches, salads, or pasta dishes. But behind its popularity lies a hidden danger, especially for seniors: mercury. Large tuna species like albacore, big eye, and yellowfin live long lives at the top of the food chain. Over time, they accumulate mercury from the smaller fish they consume, and those levels concentrate in their flesh. When you eat tuna, you're not just getting protein, you're also taking in heavy metals that your body struggles to eliminate. Mercury exposure is especially problematic for older adults. As we age, the liver and kidneys, our natural detoxification systems, become less efficient. This means mercury builds up more quickly in the body, where it targets the brain and nervous system. The result can be memory loss, confusion, tremors, numbness, and even mood swings. These symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging or early dementia, but in reality, they may be triggered by something as simple as a weekly tuna habit. The risks extend beyond cognition. Mercury also places stress on the heart, interfering with normal electrical signaling and raising the likelihood of irregular heart rhythms or even heart attacks. In fact, a 2016 study published in JAMA Neurology observed that seniors with higher mercury levels in their blood, largely from fish consumption, were up to 65% more likely to experience cognitive decline compared to those with lower levels. The findings were clear. Mercury exposure from tuna is not just a theoretical concern, but a measurable threat in older adults. How much tuna does it take to reach dangerous levels? Surprisingly little. Just 2 servings of albacore or big-eyed tuna per week can push seniors above the threshold considered safe by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. Even canned tuna, which many people assume is harmless, carries risks. While light tuna, usually skipjack, contains less mercury than albacore, it is still best consumed only occasionally. The real problem is that tuna often becomes a staple for seniors. It's cheap, convenient, and easy to prepare. But repeated exposure allows mercury to slowly accumulate until the damage becomes apparent. If you enjoy tuna, moderation is key. Limit yourself to canned light tuna and no more than once or twice a month. Better yet, Replace tuna with safer fish such as sardines, cod, or trout. Options that provide the same high-quality protein and omega-3 benefits without the heavy metal burden. For seniors aiming to protect their memory, mood, and heart, cutting back on tuna may be one of the simplest yet most powerful dietary changes you can make. 2. King mackerel. Mackerel often causes confusion because not all varieties are created equal. While smaller types like Atlantic and Spanish mackerel are safe and even beneficial, king mackerel is a completely different story. This large, long-lived predatory fish sits high on the food chain, which means it accumulates some of the highest mercury levels of any commonly eaten fish. For seniors over 60, that's a dangerous combination. Mercury is a neurotoxin, and its effects are particularly harsh on the aging brain and nervous system. Regular consumption of king mackerel can accelerate cognitive decline, with symptoms like memory lapses, confusion, difficulty concentrating, and even depression. Many seniors mistake these signs for just getting older, but studies suggest mercury may be the hidden culprit. A 2012 study in environmental health followed patients with elevated mercury levels and found that those over 60 were significantly more likely to experience cognitive impairment and slower mental processing compared to younger adults. In short, the older you are, the more vulnerable your brain becomes to mercury damage. The risks aren't limited to cognition. Mercury also damages the cardiovascular system by increasing oxidative stress, injuring blood vessel linings, and interfering with normal heart rhythm. This raises the risk of arrhythmias, heart attacks, and strokes, already top concerns for seniors. In fact, both the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, have issued clear advisories. Seniors, pregnant women, and children should avoid king mackerel completely. It is one of the few fish placed on the official do not eat list. The danger is that many people don't realize the difference between types of mackerel. Grocery stores or restaurants may simply label dishes as mackerel, leaving seniors unknowingly exposed to the riskiest variety. Unless you specifically ask, you may not know whether you're eating safe Atlantic mackerel or dangerous king mackerel. This makes awareness absolutely critical. The good news is that not all mackerel is harmful. Atlantic and Spanish mackerel are smaller species with much lower mercury levels, making them safe and nutrient-rich choices. They provide omega-3 fatty acids that protect the heart and joints, without the toxic burden that comes with king mackerel. The bottom line is simple. If you're over 60, king mackerel should never be on your plate. By steering clear of this high mercury fish and choosing safer alternatives, you'll protect your brain, preserve your heart health, and reduce your risk of serious complications later in life. 1. Farm tilapia. Tilapia is one of the most widely consumed fish in the United States, largely because it's inexpensive, widely available, and marketed as a lean, healthy protein. But when you look beneath the surface, farm tilapia may be one of the worst choices for seniors. The problem lies not only in how this fish is raised, but also in what it delivers, or fails to deliver, nutritionally. Most farm tilapia are raised in overcrowded ponds or cages where disease and parasites spread quickly. To keep fish alive in these unhealthy conditions, farmers often rely on heavy use of antibiotics, pesticides, and antifungal agents. These chemicals don't simply vanish, they accumulate in the fish's flesh, ultimately making their way into your body. For seniors with weakened immune systems or slower detoxification capacity, this adds an unnecessary burden that can affect long-term health. The second issue is the diet. To reduce costs, many farms feed tilapia cheap fillers like corn, soy, and even animal waste. This unnatural diet dramatically alters the fatty acid composition of the fish. Instead of delivering omega-3 fatty acids, known for reducing inflammation, farm tilapia ends up with an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio as high as 11:1. This is deeply problematic for seniors. Excess omega-6 acts like gasoline on the fire of inflammation, worsening conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, and diabetes. A 2008 study published in the Journal of the American Dietetic Association compared tilapia to other fish and found that its inflammatory potential was actually greater than that of hamburgers or bacon. For older adults trying to lower inflammation, That's a shocking reality. Contamination is another concern. Independent testing of farm tilapia has revealed traces of dioxins, highly toxic industrial pollutants that accumulate in body fat and remain for years. Dioxins are associated with increased cancer risk, immune suppression, and hormonal disruption. For seniors who are already more vulnerable to toxin buildup, this represents a significant long-term danger. Even nutritionally, tilapia disappoints. Compared to cleaner fish like salmon or sardines, it offers lower levels of omega-3s, vitamin B12, and selenium, nutrients vital for brain, bone, and cardiovascular health. What you're left with is a fish that fills your stomach but does little to nourish your body, while exposing you to toxins and pro-inflammatory compounds. The takeaway is clear. While tilapia may seem like an affordable protein option, the hidden costs to your health are too great. For seniors striving to protect their heart, joints, and memory, farm tilapia is best avoided entirely. Opt instead for wild-caught, nutrient-dense fish like salmon, cod, or trout that offer real protection and healing. To wrap things up, not all fish belong on the plate of someone over 60. Some, like imported catfish, tuna, king mackerel, and farm tilapia, may look harmless but hide toxins, mercury, and unhealthy fats that quietly erode your health, fueling inflammation, memory loss, and even raising the risk of stroke. On the other hand, wild-caught salmon, sardines, cod, and rainbow trout provide clean, powerful nutrition that protects the brain, strengthens the heart, and supports joints and bones. The good news is you don't need to change everything at once. Simply swapping out one risky fish for a healing option can set you on a path toward more energy, sharper memory, and better long-term health. Small choices repeated week after week truly add up. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. To keep learning, we've handpicked 2 videos just for you. Click on one of them and we'll see you there.